This conference will now be recorded.
So last class we have seen this TDS, that is withholding tax, and today we will take up this next topic, that is automatic payment program. So this also called APP in short. What is automatic payment program? So it's like the name itself says, like automatic payment program. So it's going to be the payment part, whichever like payment entry we make it. It may be from customer, it may be from vendor. Yes, when you receive the money, it's going to be payment from customer. When you pay the money, we are going to pay the vendor. So we see here vendor's payment. So what's the requirement of this? Let us try to understand. Generally, what we do. So first we book the invoices, that is in FB60, like like some expenses debit to customer, vendor credit, then vendor debit to bank. So FB60. So this is F-50, two lines. So if it is one line or something like this, okay. So just assume that if your company having some branches, okay, generally what happens, the payments is happens from the branch wise. Sorry, head office wise. What does it mean? So if you have 10 branches, the 10 branches books the invoices. That is, FB60 entries will be done in branches, and F-53 because the payment is generally centralized in head offices, it will get paid. So the F-53 entries are going to be done in head offices. So now just assume if you have 10 branches and you have weekly payment, that is once in a week the vendors will get paid. So each branches will send you 10, 100 invoices weekly. Just assume 100 invoices weekly, they will book 10 branches, 100 invoices. So then this 1000 entries will booked and the 1000 clearing entries to be done here. Then they have to keep a separate team for it to clear this entry, 1000 F-53 entries. It's very difficult. So what SAP made for this, they introduced this automatic payment program where using this automatic payment program, we can make this automatically enter the 1000 entries, we can clear it in minutes. This is the usage of this main usage of this automatic payment program. It is not only there, there is three uses, main usages are there. One is payment clearing entry. Second one is check print. Third one is bank communication. So these three possibilities is possible here. What does it mean? So it automatically clear the print, clear the payments, and it is going to print the check, whichever is required, and it's also communicate to the bank. That means for bank communications, like if you are making instructing the bank to make any payment to the vendors, transfer, online transfer or something, that document it will get generate. It will generate the document will generate the document, so based on the inputs, and it will we can communicate to the bank. So today we will see this payment clearing, how does it happens, how we can do the payment clearing. For that, let us first book some invoices. So let us see any open items are there in vendor. So FBL one, I give the company code BI-21 and execute. So there are some items like, so this vendor Arshita supplies liquid 1000. There are two entries are there, and here some entries are there. Okay, and here some entries are there. So there are many items are there. So let us try to understand how we can clear this. Okay, let us try to understand automatically how we can make a payment of this. Okay, so before I talk about this, I give you a simple one topic, because that is also an essential for this. I can add it in this content itself. Before that, I'll add it here only. Payment terms. Okay, so I'll add the hours late. It's just 1.5. That is enough. So this required minimum 2 hours. Yeah. So payment terms, I'll tell you. I said you about the automatic payment program, but I wanted to tell about payment terms because I want to show something in the automatic payment program. This payment terms activity also. So let us try to understand. The topic is now what I'm talking now. It's payment terms. First, this is a small topic. I'll complete. Then I'll go for that. Payment terms. So what is the payment terms means? So the terms of payment, in simple words, terms of payment. So this terms of payment means when we buy something from vendor, so we don't need to pay immediately always, right? We can pay it later also. So that's the payment terms generally. Generally, we get it. For example, some vendors may give 10 days payment terms. Okay, we can book the invoice today. After 10 days, we can pay. And some vendors may give 15 days. Some vendors may tell 30 days. Some vendors say immediately. Vendors say immediate payment as soon as you book it. Like, so we can define these terms. So in one T code, and we can assign it to the vendor so that according to that it works. Say for example, we have these vendors now. Okay. See, I'm going to add two lines here. As you know already how to change the layout, we can change the layout here. That means these are the layouts which are already here. That means you can see from assignment is here, and document is number, type is here, document type is here, like this. So these are the already showing things, and these are all which are available still. We can add these layouts. What I'm going to now, I'm going to find two things here. One is net due date. Net due date. I will add it to the. I can add it here before document number. Okay, I'll push this side. See here, that buttons are there. I want to from here we can push it. Second one, I'm going to do payment date. There are two dates are there. I push this side, net due date and payment date. But in between, I'll bring this. Um, can drag it actually. Okay, let it be. See, these are the two dates we have here together, and I can save this layout for future purpose here. That means in case in future I want to say I don't want to every time go here. I can save this. So here I'm going to make it like B-21 our layout and user specific, my specific. Okay, B-21. Now you see this is here, these two dates. For every vendor, you see whatever we booked it on 20th 7, and the same date is there, net due date and payment date. So we booked it on 20th 7, everything is saved and come down because it's all immediate payment. It's taking, it's all immediate 22nd, 22nd, 20. Because if you don't use payment terms, so whatever the entries you book, it is considered as immediate payment in SAP. Now let us create this payment terms and see the changes. Okay. So what is the payment terms we can book? It is OBB 8 that we can create it. Payment terms. Sorry, it's OBB 8. Go here. So here I got new entries and we can enter your payment terms. You can enter whatever the coding. Generally we enter like 001, 00, like 0001, 0002, or else 1000, like, or else Z001 like that. So let us create like Z001. So it's not a sales, it's a, I'm going to use only for vendors. Okay. Uh, I say that 10 days payment terms. Okay, 10 days. Let's add it. Save it. So now this Z001, I go to BP. So I take this Arshia Naga traders. I have two already two line items, 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees. Or else I'll take only Arshita because it has only one line. One Arshita suppliers I'll take. I go to BP and supplier number, enter. So here go to FLVN00 company code segment. Go to company code and go to edit button. Here in the second tab, vendor payment transactions. Here we have this payment terms. So that means this vendor, we are going to use this payment term. That means if I book any invoices here afterwards, system is going to consider 10 days payment terms. Okay, 10 days payment terms. I saved it. Now let us go for an entry. Go to FB60. And vendor. I'll book it for 2000 rupees. I'll do 2000 rupees. Yeah. Enter. Now it's asking for baseline. It was not asking till now. Now it's started asking baseline. Baseline means the date. What's the base of date? Okay, so that means what is the baseline? That means for the payment, which should be. For example, why it is asking? See, if the payment terms like, sorry, if I invoice, vendor has given the invoice today, but today is, we have not booked it due to some reasons, busy or something. After 2 days, if I book, like it's going to be 2 days later. He cannot understand. He can, whenever he generates the invoice, his counting is from 10 days, it's from that date. So we have to give the baseline date here. So baseline date I'll give today only and enter. Notice here, as soon as I enter here, so due date it's been taken 27 this one, due on this day, due on. But here payment terms is there. Sorry, I missed one pointer. Sorry, it's like in payment terms. Actually, I missed one part. I entered it. Important only I missed. So in OBB8, find out Z001. Double click. Here I mentioned the 10 days I should mention here. Here, first on the top. Okay. 10 days I should. So then only it will consider. That's what. I save it. Now, in this booking, I cancel this and I redo this. New. So if I enter due date here, it's automatically 10 days it gave. See, if I enter, it's automatically adding 10 days due on. That means 27th, if I book it, it's going to be this one. If I change this to 26th, then the due date will change 5. That means when it has to be get paid. That's the due date. Okay, so here I'll change it to 27 today's date. And now I save this. Go back and let us refresh this vendor ledger only for Arshita. If you notice for Arshita, it's added here. So now you see the difference here, the payment date. So the 27th is the due date, document date, but payment date it's automatically updated. Net due and payment date. It's automatically updated 068. That means that's giving when it has to get paid. And in the DD, due date column, so this if it is become overdue, that overdue means it's already the payment is date is done. If it is not paid, it will show red. If it is showing like this, it's not due, yellow. That's the symbol, it's automatically changes. Everywhere you can see that it's red only. So this is how payment terms works. Okay. So there are why these two dates are there. One is payment date and net due date is there. Why it's what is the due date? Yes, due date is 6. What is this payment date? Due date means 060 days when you have to pay. What is this payment date? Sometimes some vendors will offer um, this one like 10 days is net due date. So like I may offer like if you pay, if it is paid before from the invoice date, if it's paid before 5 days, so you will get 2% discount. Yes, they offer sometimes like you pay today you get 2% or 5 days within this. Like if this is the scenario, 5 days or something like this, or else I'll make it 4 days. It's better, 4 days. So here in the payment terms, we have to update that condition. So here we have this. 10 days is number of days I mentioned. I mentioned 2% here. And I say 4. And here I'll mention 10. What does it mean? Now, if this payment terms used by any vendor, so the net due date is 10 days. If I pay before 4 days, so then I'll get 2% cash discount. So here I'll mention 10 days net due. Okay, 4 days 2%. I get the discount. Save it. I save this and I just refresh here. Nothing is changing because whatever whenever you change that will change affect from the next time. I'll book one more invoice to the same vendor. for I'll book 1,000 rupees. Now you say I'll mention the same. So it's updated in 4 days 2% and save it. Now you change the see the change here. So for this 2,000 rupees it is booked. The net due date and other things both are same because there was no discount concept. But for this 1,000 rupees, so net due date is 6 because it's adding 10 days. But the payment date, so that's an indication it's giving. If you make before 31/4, from here it's 4 days from today. So if you make 30 before 31, we get 2% discount. That's the indication. We can, if I make a payment of 30 before 31st, so I'll make it. So of course, what is the entry will come if I get a discount? This is how the clearing entry. Like 1,000 rupees I booked, 1,000 rupees. Normally, if you pay it without discount, you'll get 1,000 rupees. If you don't pay it, if you pay with discount, then the same entry. This is without discount. So with this is with the discount. So same entry. So I'm clearing credit. Clearing 2% means I'll get 40 rupees. Sorry, 20 rupees. So from bank I'm actually paying 980 rupees. 20 rupees I'm deducting. So 1,000 rupees I'm clearing from vendor. This is how it comes. So now I have to create the GL here. Create GL. So it's a revenue GL. We get the revenue. So I go to groups and under other income, this series, I'll create one cash discount GL. Other income, there are already GLs are there. I copy this third one. Cash discount GL and save. Other things are same. So here, as you know, SAP automatic entries makes automatic entries most of the thing. So we have to assign this GL onto one program. If I get a discount based on the terms or something, system has to automatically post this. So for that automatic posting, OBXU, OBXU, cash discount received, received GL assignment. Go to OBXU. So cash discount received. So click on this, nothing to do here. Just click on this accounts, save first, and enter the GL what you created. I created a GL this year. So that means system automatically finds the GL, just like what we have seen in asset and other things, right? If you get profit, it will pick up that GL. If you get loss, you get. So like that, whenever you have some options, that means when we are making this payment, if you make the date is the date, if the date is actually earlier than 31st or 31st, system automatically calculate discount. So how the date is going to be decided? Here we have an option. Whether I want the system should calculate on based on the document date, on the payment date or entry date. Which date the system should consider for the payment, discount calculation or due date, net due date. I'm no if no due date means its system automatically take posting date. So if you take it document date, it will take on the document date what we entered. I'll mention it as document date or posting date. I'll mention. Let me take document date only and save it. Now I'll let me make a payment to the vendor. F test 53. Normally, normal payment F test 53. What we do. So document date or any date. I'm making in today's date only. Not this document date. Remember, the document date is going to be the invoice document date. What you mentioned. It is. So here, let me pick up the bank GLs or bank amount. I'll make first one 2000 rupees, which I booked for without cash discount. I'll make this first payment without cash discount. Okay. Enter. Pick up the vendor. Enter. So click on this. So now you notice here for 2000 rupees nothing is there. But for as per the date, system automatically is showing cash discount. You'll get 20 rupees if you make this payment. But if I click on double click, it will deselect and it's going to be this is normal. The normal payment I'll make it. But if I make the payment of 1000 rupees again, so I want to pay only 980 rupees from bank. I should not pay 1000 rupees. So to the same vendor. Now you see that I double click on this. 980 is matching. It's clearing 1000 rupees GL only, but 980 is 980 is taking because it's calculating at the discount GL automatically updating here. Okay, automatically the discount GL is updating and save it. Done. That is what the discount, cash discount and the payment terms. So here the system that clears that entry. Both entries have been cleared. Got it? What is payment terms? How does it works? Clear? Any questions? You have to do for customers. Customers also same. Create a payment terms. We have this option here in the payment terms column. So whether I should use it for customer or vendor. You can select vendor, it can be used only for vendor. If you select customer, it can be used only customer. If you use it for both, you can select both. Okay. So do it for one customer and do it for when vendor generally practice and customer you only try. Only you have to cash discount given, not it's an expenses. Cash you have to create a GL account and you have to assign that GL account in OBXI. OBXI. Cash discount received, not received, given. You have to do this. Is everybody okay? Is it clear? Any questions?
Yes,
Please
sir.
come out of sleep. Please come out of your sleep. Nagalakshmi and Arshita. Arshita, you mentioned from chat only because your voice I don't get. Nagalakshmi, is it clear? Yeah. So this is the payment terms which are. Now let us move to automatic payment program which we started. We already understood what's the usage of automatic payment program. What's the usage of automatic payment flow? So system automatically make the payment. So we are learning first part is clearing. We are learning this payment clearing part. That means how does this F-53 entry will get cleared here? We'll see us automatically. We already have these many open items. Okay, it's almost we can sort it out also. We can just how many line items you can just click here. This also a learning. Click here, it will get. We have this option minus plus or we can total it or something like that. So just minus it, so everything will come like this, total amount is there, and you can click here, so you'll get the details again. But if you want to do something subtotaling or something like this based on this, I want document by subtotaling, click on this subtotal and minus, click again and minus, see. So these and all like learning of familiarity of SAP means all this slowly one by one you will get all these things. Now you see this, these many line items are there. So let us try to understand how we can. If I want to do one by one F-53 everything I want to do, I go to one program to how to clear this. That is FBZP. FBZ. So automatic payment program. Automatic payment program. Here there are 6 steps or five steps. One is all company codes, payment company code, payment terms in country, not in company, country, available payment terms, payment terms in company code, then bank determination. Within bank determination, we have 3 steps here. One is ranking order. Second one is bank accounts. Third one is available amount. These 3 steps we have to do it. Let us try to understand one by one by going to this. So there are the 6 steps, whatever 5 steps. This last one we already did. House bank creation, which we already understood under house bank topic. But this one, all company codes, paying company codes, there is some big gap is there when you compare the gap here and here. Because that's the reason I mentioned like this gap. So these two one configuration, these two one configuration, this one is one configuration. Let us go here and so what is this all company code? Go to new entries. There will be 2 company codes which we generally if some multiple company codes are there we can do that. That means like not only branches. I had given an example of branches actually. So there are sometimes so company codes like take for example of Reliance. Reliance Industries are there. So and under Reliance Industries, Reliance so Reliance Industries is there, Reliance Fresh is there, Reliance Petroleum, Reliance Footprint, like this. So sometimes some companies decides like this. Okay, Reliance Industries is a payment company code. So they say we pay all the vendors payment, and these companies let them book the invoices and send it to them. So if in case of multiple company codes they want to they want to install. So then this if this Reliance Industry is paying payment, if Reliance Industries making payment, then it's called payment to other company codes vendor, then it's called paying company code. So these are all will become the company codes which sends which books invoices and send for payment to other company code, then it's called sending company code. Okay, this is just an information, we are not going to do this. Okay, but here in our case sending and buying company both are same. So that means I enter, because we don't have multiple company code or practice now. So let us do not go for this. Just an information I said that this one. What is sending company code and paying company code? And here I can enter the same BI-21, BI-21. So just enter this BI company code BI-21, paying company code. Both are same. So we are configuring it in company code BI-21. Save this. First step. Go back. The second step is paying company code config. Like obviously, if you do this paying company code config like that, if you have multiple company codes, but here paying company code is also BI-21. So what configuration is required here? Simple. Go to new entries and tell the system BI-21 company code for payment for outgoing. We are talking only about uh, vendor payment now. So here minimum amount for outgoing we have to enter. What is this minimum amount? See, if you send for like 100 rupees or 20 rupees, 50 rupees to the head office, it does not look. I can mention minimum 1,000, minimum 100, minimum 10,000. If it is only there, the program should be used. So I mentioned this 100 rupees here for our case. Save it. So only if more than 100 rupees invoices will get cleared from here. Like when you're looking to this vendor, this one, if it is less than 100, it won't accept. I'll make it 200, okay, because it should not accept this 120 rupees and other things and all. I go here, I'll make it 200 rupees and save it. Minimum amount. The third one is payment methods in country. What does it mean? Payment methods means, yes, of course, in India we have many different payment methods. Like we make online payment like UPI and other things and all, check payment, bank transfer, NEFT, RTGS. It will not be the same in every country. So US may follow some different terminologies and different way of making transfer. Some way like our country will follow different. Like every country has different. So based on that, so here if you go here, SAP already provided some entries, like some payment methods. It automatically comes IN on the top. So here this and all is actually somebody created. Actually, generally we get in real time. So like these three, check payment C, and cash payment E, and T online. These three things will come here. Only generally these three will be there. Here many people created their one like J check payment like that. Actually the standard is C is check payment, E is cash payment, and T is this one. So now what I'm telling my system, I'm going to use check payment and bank transfer, online transfer. These two methods which I'm going to adopt to my company code. See, to use to in your company code, you should have that in your country first. You should have that in your country, because if you go down, if you see some other countries, see New Zealand, bank check transfer is there, and you Peru company effective letter something is there, like that. Every country will be having some different thing. In our country, this bank transfer and these two things which I'm going to adopt, I can create like RTGS, NEFT like that also. It's my choice. But let us use this already available C and T. Just you don't need to do anything. Just select this. I have this idea. C and C is there. Go back and go to payment methods in company code. Go to payment methods in company code and go to new entries. Enter your company code B-21. Tell the system my company code will follow this C check payment, and the minimum amount for check printing is minimum 200 rupees, and the maximum amount I can make it through check is 9,99,900, like maximum 10 lakh, one rupee less. That means I can give the limit here. 1 second, please. Yes, 999,000. This so because more than that check is not allowed. Also, they on check like that mentioned how much maximum amount you can pay like that. I can give whatever the maximum. So also click on this next and enter the company code. Here I'll mention T. I also adopt T. Here it's minimum to 200 and maximum I can give. Yes, of course I have only two ways. Online payment minimum 200. This one and save it. So that means what did I do here? I adopted these two methods. One is check payment. You can see here. One is check payment. Another is transaction. Okay. Two for the payments. Go back finally. Yes, we are. If you want to make a payment through bank, like check or something, on obviously, I require bank. Here is a bank determination. I have two banks here. Which bank the system should take? Because it's automatic payment program. So if I want to give manually, yes, of course, in F-53, I have that option. I can pick up which bank. But how come system will pick up that? Which bank? So I can give the ranking order here. That's what the ranking order. First select here BIF21 company code. Here is the company code. And a ranking order, click on ranking orders. Tell the system what is that? For which bank is the first one? Which bank is the second one? Preference. I go here for check payment. I'm going to do only check payment as of now. That means not check payment. I will use both. I will use it for check payment. But generally, what happens? Companies for outgoing check they keep one company code, one bank for online payment, one bank, statutory payment, one bank. Like that, they can keep it. That's their choice. Now for check payment for the currency INR, Indian currency, order order number one. The house bank. What we created house bank, two banks, SBI and HDFC. I'm giving first rank HDFC. So for the same second INR, second rank is SBI. That means I'm telling the system you have to give the preference to the HDFC. If HDFC do not have the balance or something, I can use the second one. So how come the system will come to know the HDFC or something in available amounts? Available amounts, system will come to know that I tell you. For also for transaction, online transaction, payment method T for Indian currency, first ranking is I can give HDFC or SBI. That's my choice. For online payment, I can give SBI. Yes, it's possible, but I give the same order. So what I'm telling the system, so whenever you are making a payment for Indian currency, first check the SBI, HDFC priority, then you give the SBI. That's the priority you have to give. That's what I'm telling the system now. Like that, I can make 100 banks here. After this, yes, of course. So we know about the bank accounts. We learnt about the bank accounts. Yes, in one bank we may have multiple bank accounts. That's what I showed you here also. If I select the bank here, I maintain only one bank here. One account. There may be a loan account. There may be an OD account, there may be current account like that. So which bank account the system should prefer for that? So that's what I am going to tell in second. Bank accounts. Go to new entries and enter the house bank. In HDFC, I am telling the system in HDFC house bank for payment method check currency one. Here currency here we have only one account so that I can enter that account ID. If I have like check account, I can make okay body account you use it, current account you use it, like that I can give the priority. So system, what system is understanding now? System is understanding. Okay, in HDFC, if I get a check payment requirement, so it will pick up this account. In SBI, if I get a check payment request for a currency, Indian currency, it will pick up SBI one. That's what system is understanding. But there is an account is there, bank sub account. Bank sub account means here that has a different concept of sub account. Okay, that sub account I am going to explain you what is sub account meaning. I'm going to explain you at the time of this cash accounts in GL. Like we have this GL account, right? In FS00. So cash account. So then I'll tell you what is the sub account concept. But let us here it's very simple. Yes, system like in F-53 what we do, we pick up the bank account GL automatically. If I want, I can change the bank account GL here. But here our system is good. We have system is automatic. Automatically it's clearing means it should know the bank GL account, right? So we have to give the GL account. Which GL account the system should pick up? So the bank GLs are there. I'll pick up this main account or outgoing. I generally we pick up outgoing. So SGFC outgoing GL and SBA outgoing GL. For the same thing for HDFC and SBA, even for online transaction, I'm giving the same accounts. And I'm giving the same GL account. Understood what I'm doing now? What did I do here? In ranking order, first I set the system which account which house bank it should prefer for the payment, because we cannot give manually anything. System automatically pick up the banks, so it will priority. It will give this. If I want, I can change it as well. In bank accounts, it will pick up the account numbers from this account IDs. Finally, in account ID, what is the available amount? So it won't fetch the real data. Okay, we have to enter manually. We have that option in the front end also for the users. They can enter the amount here. Example for HDFC Bank, for the account ID HDFC. So there's a days is there. I tell you that enter 999 here. Currency INR. So the INR value. So I can enter maximum amount here. So if you have a specific like okay in your bank account you have 10,000 rupees, yes you can enter 10,000, and in the SBA also you can enter 20,000. So that system once the system is like if you give the payment for 12,000 rupees, first it will take the 10,000 rupees from HDFC, then it will take from SBA 2,000 rupees. That's the ranking order. But here I'll enter maximum amount. We'll see this later stage. Okay, we don't want to discuss on this. You enter maximum amount here and save this. So have you got till now the configuration? Everybody? Nagalakshmi, Arshita, Deepa?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Doubts? Any doubts?
No, sir.
You don't say no, you know you say. So if you start explaining this, na, you'll get all the doubts. That's the reason I'm asking please explain. Nagalakshmi and sorry, Arshita and Deepa didn't get time at all. for explanation from last 1 month. Hmm? That's for your sake. That's for your sake I'm asking. Nagalakshmi is ready, but I want you people, both people should get ready for explanation. This week is deadline. Okay, you have to explain. There is no option. You may. So the topics are increasing. I asked that explanation at this point. What is that fixed assets? Okay, now other topics are added. If you keep extending, the other topics will also will add. I may ask any topic. You have to get ready for all topics. Please be ready till here. You have to explain whatever the topic I ask, you have to even including Nagalakshmi. I may ask, okay, payment terms only. I may ask automatic payment program. I may ask taxation. I may ask fixed assets. I may ask organization structure. That's just you have to get ready for all the topics. This week is deadline. I don't give any extension. If you are not done, I'll ignore you and I'll go for others. Those who are done, I'll take them and I'll ignore. I don't ask again. So this week I take the deadline. Is it okay? Deepa and Arshita and Nagalakshmi. Definitely I want this. No excuse, please. If you want days, you tell me now only, like 1 week or 10 days. But I want that explanation mandatory. Yes, please. Deepa and Arshita, Nagalakshmi. Shall I take this weekend? The last is Friday because Saturday Sunday we'll be having class. Before that, it has to complete. You have to explain. It may be worst part. I don't mind, but you have to try first. I'm not expecting 100% perfect. Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Deepa and Arshita.
Okay, sir.
Hmm? Arshita. Okay. So no excuse, please. Okay. I definitely ask. I'll take it on before Friday. I once you are ready, you can mention, or else Friday is the deadline. I'm going to take 30 minutes call of 30 to 1 hour call for all of you. You have to explain the topic, whichever I say. I'm going to choose it randomly. I may ask withholding tax. I may ask cash journal. You have to get ready. So how to explain the things? Just as mentioning, I'm mentioning. You have to explain me in a such a way that I don't know anything about the topic. Just what I'm telling. Like for example, today I said about automatic payment program. I had given the basics and I had given the clarity. Then we went to the actual topic and we are doing it. You have to tell me so in a such a way that you have to try to make me understanding what is that actually. That's the way you have to explain. Yes. So no excuse. Friday's deadline. Yeah. So what I was telling here. So here the topics. That means I have made this all this for. So any doubts on this? So shall I go further? Once this configuration is done, so we have to assign the payment methods to vendors, whichever the vendors we are opting for, whichever the vendors we are opting for payment through automatic payment program, we have to assign the payment methods. These are the payment methods which vendors are accepting. So what to do? Go to BP again. Its BP is already there. I already opened Harshita because as I have all the vendors data, I want to assign it to all the vendors, whichever the vendors we have. So which vendors we have? We will assign it to all the vendors. First vendor is here. Just below here is the payment transaction where we assign the payment terms. We have this payment methods. As we adopted two payment methods to our company code, just go inside and we'll find these two methods. You can select both. That means this vendor, this Arshita suppliers, are going to accept check as well as bank transfer. Select this CD. Both will come here. Save it. Go back again to the BP. Do the same thing for all vendors because we are having all the vendors data. So I go inside because the payment need to be done for multiple vendors. So one is 26, I have finished already. 27, 28, 31, 36. Okay, let me do it for 27, next 28. You can copy this data, just Control Y and select this and Control C. Control Y, select the data and Control C. Because I don't want to come again and again here, I'm going to assign. So we have done already this. Let me go for second one, Naga traders. If you don't assign this, system will not consider for payment. Enter, double click. Payment terms, you can assign the same if you want. And CT here. Both payment terms and CT, I'm going to assign both. Is done. The third vendor, 28. Payment terms, and here and save. Fourth vendor, 36. Go back. Origin Technologies. CT. Finally, the last one. That means I'm telling the system here, these vendors accept this online as well as this one, check payment. In real time, based on things, it will work. It was actually check payment and all was very famous. So if you go back to 10 years back, if you go where SAP was using, check printing was very famous. But as now, as most of the companies follows online, and some companies still follow the check only. Then I have seen the companies which they don't use online at all for companies. They use only check payment. They still follow the traditional method because they want it has to be approved by signature and all something like that. They don't want online approval like this payment through online acceptance. That's their choice. So we have done this. Let us run the show now. What is the run? So we already have these open items. Now I want to clear these open items. Like we have two options. One, F-53, we are already very familiar. We have already seen that. And here there is no discount part, nothing is there. Because we have cleared that both are. We have only the invoices, whichever is we already booked from long time back. I want to clear this data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 things are there. So for clearing this, let me go to a T code called F110. F110. This is run payment run, we can say payment run. So go to F110 and you can run this. We have done the configuration now. The same thing. The cost plan is same for after withholding tax. Automatic payment program configuration is app configuration. Master data, what we have done, we have assigned payment methods to vendor, send payment methods and payment terms. Vendor, then finally enters tax entry, not tax entries, it is payment one, last one. Yes. Let us go now and run this. So now I'm going to show you how we can do this payment automatic entries, F-53 entries automatically. Go to F110. Here run date is the run date means on which date you are running this one, an identity. So today is 27th. If you go inside, you don't get the dates actually. You have to enter manually. So 27 07 20 24, and you can give the identity, because in one day I can run multiple runs. So for that, for the purpose, I don't run only one show. Sometimes we may run 2 3 times, so that we can give the identity. These two combination in this day, run one. Enter this, enter. Now you see this no parameters not yet entered. It's in red. Click on this parameters button. System automatically take this posting date. Posting date means that we are clearing F-53 entries. Like that means clearing entries. What is the date should be for that? That posting date we can enter. It's taking automatically today. It can be today only. And documents entered up to means to will till what date? Till what date the system should consider for you can documents, that means payments. So what does it mean? What I'm trying to tell here, I'm telling the system you consider the entries whichever is entered till 27th. I can enter 20, so that only system will take the entries whichever is still entry. So the entries which are pending for sorry, which are entered before 20th document date. So I am entering here documents still today. Come here, enter the company code, that is B-21, and the payment method. So we have two payment methods. I'm going to take only one, C. I can enter manually C. And the time, for the time being, next payment date, its next posting date is mentioned, its next payment date actually. You enter, at least it should be tomorrow. At least it should be tomorrow. We discuss about this next payment. So in further scenarios, let us try to understand this. Enter this. So what did I do here? I entered this is the date should be for entries. This is the documents up to this date, and this company code. Payment method is check, and I'm making a payment through check, and this is the next payment cycle. And here you should enter the vendors, whichever the vendors you are going to get cleared. So I have these vendors here. I enter all the vendors. If you have the series, you can enter the range, and as I don't have the range here, there may be different vendors in between. So I can enter the from and to, but I can go here in this arrow mark and I can select multiple vendors. That means I can paste it. So these are the vendors should consider for payment. That's what I'm telling the system. So once this is done, click on this additional log. Once this is done, click on, don't go for a free selection, go for additional log. Enter the same due date check, and you have to select these three. I'm going to tell you what is this. Due date check means the date should be due date. If the payment method is not successful, selection if not successful, that means sometimes it fails. I can change the payment method. Line items for the payment documents. So this you can enter. Here you cannot enter the vendors in total. You have to enter the range here, or else you can leave it blank. Then go here and range here from 26 to, it may be sent in between, other vendors may be there, but don't worry, because other vendors are not belongs to our company code, so that it won't affect. You can enter the range. Now once it is done, now you see this. If you come to the status, what did I do here? I enter the details, then I enter the, you selected due date check and these three, and enter this. And if you come to status, the yes, you have to save this. Parameters is entered. That's in green. After that, I'm asking the system to propose proposal. That means I enter the which vendors should get paid. I'll ask the system, okay, give me the proposal. What are all documents you are going to select? Go for proposal. Start immediately. I'm asking, give me the proposal of these vendors to be paid. Enter in keyboard. It's taking time. Keep entering status. Proposal has been created. Systems created on proposal. Okay, for your input, what are the vendors you have given for this company code for check payment? System go and check that. Okay, these are the vendors has this payment method, and these are the vendors available in this, and they have the open. What are the open items they have? It will go. It picked up, and now what proposal it's been given? I can go to this edit proposal and click OK. So give me the proposal. What and all you are going to make a payment. So it is giving four proposals. It's giving four proposals. You can see this. Which document it is, you can see that. Document numbers also. Not here. You can go inside. For 26, for vendor 26, it's taking one entry. So we can check one by one. Just click, just refresh this, it will go. 26,000 rupees is there. Correct. It's taken one. For 27, we have two open items. Double click on this vendor. So it's taken two open items. The document numbers we can see here. 1000 and 1000. You can cross check here. 1000 and 1000. So for next one is 28. 28, it's been taken three line items. So we can come down here. As 28 has three line items. Then it has taken last one 36. So 36 has these many items. So I can come here. Because after 28, we don't have the 31. Any pending is not there. No open items. So it's not, even though if I enter vendor, it does not have any open item. It's taken this. All like it. So here, you will just notice here, 1000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is there. 7 is there. How much it's taken here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means it's taken even 120 rupees. Actually, it should not take. I have mentioned very clearly 120 rupees. 200 is the minimum amount. We'll discuss on that. Okay. So now, whenever it is in green means everything is okay. Okay. Just go back and run the show. Yes, proposal is okay for me. Yes. I'm asking the system proposal. System proposes. Yes, sir. I can here. I can sort out whichever is not required. I can cancel those things. That options are there. So sorry. Payment run. Run the payment. Click on this payment run. I'm now proposal is okay. Let I'm asking okay. Clear the entries. Yes. Two generated, one completed, and two generated, four completed. Four vendors got paid. How much fast it's done. In F-53, how much time we will take. Now you see this show here. No line items. Everything is cleared in minutes. Everything came here. How does you make the differentiation? Yes, I have done payment in F-53. I have done this in payment in here also. How we can make the differences? So here, everything is. Actually what happens, generally in real time, also here also standard, it will give you, where it's the configuration. Yeah. So we have an option. Actually, somebody changed it. I thought it will come now. In payment methods in country, whatever the payment methods we have, right? Say for example, we have selected check here. See, we have an option here. Somebody changed it. Actually, it's ZP should be there. We enter ZP so that ZP is going to when you post the entries, you can segregate. Okay, whether you paid through uh, online automatic payment program or whether you paid through F-53, we can buy this document types. It's going to identify automatically. So, however, we are going to do different scenario. It will pick up ZP. So, if you go inside and check out, double click. The entry C. What T code we used for this? You can identify through this header data, that is hat mark is there. You can see this FB01, it's been taken. FB01 is different, and you can check out other entry, like probably this one has got paid today. Which one? Yeah, this today. You can check out F110, the T code. So easy way to identify, we can change the document. We change the document. Next time it will take ZP. Somebody changed, I didn't notice that. So got how we can clear the entries in simply. This is the first basic necessity of this automatic printer. Automatically we can clear. Clear, right? Any questions?
Hello?
Yes, Nagalakshmi. Yes, Nagalakshmi. I'm not getting your voice. Please mention your question in chat. Your voice is getting like that means it's breaking. Mention in chat, please. Deepa, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
When we do this payment, it deduct from outgoing bank, right? Yes, because we have given that GL, right? The entry is simple, the same entry with this HDFC outgoing bank. Okay, got it? Yes. So this is one scenario of this. Okay, we have many scenarios under this. Like for example, like how we can make individual payments, selected payments, how we can make the how system calculate the discounts, how system select the how on what basis system select the things, and next we can see that this if you have less amount, how system is going to select second bank, like this. So we are going to discuss in the next class. So let us do not go for every scenario, because after that scenarios we are going to learn this check print and then bank communication. So first here itself we have many scenarios. Like tomorrow we will see this, because if I give everything today, we'll get how bank selects multiple bank accounts and like selected the system this time system proposed this. I want selected line items, like I have 13 items. I want only make payment of 3. Yes, how can I do it? Like selected items and how discount works. So these scenarios are there. We will see these scenarios in the next class. Then we'll continue with bank communication and sorry, check print and bank communication. uh, how discounts calculates. Okay, we'll see this tomorrow. And one more doubt, when we do the cash discount, do we need to quote cash journal? See, cash discount is different and cash journal is different. Cash journal is to handle a cash, a small cashes. And cash discount is a discount against the payment. We call this cash discount. The terminology of accounting is cash discount. It doesn't mean that it's cash. Okay, Nagalakshmi? Yes, in college and everywhere, the account terminology is cash. Is cash terminology. When we are making a payment, we got the discount of cash. Yes, of course. You get the like whenever you're making this online and other things transactions, right? When you're purchasing or something, okay. So you know that, okay, they mentioned some terminology, right? Cashback. Cashback. You get a cashback, 100% cashback, 20% cash, something like that. They use it in terminologies online. It doesn't mean that you'll get a cash, right? It means it's a cashback means you're getting return of something. That's what. Got it, Nagalakshmi? Nice. So okay, we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll meet like at 11. We'll fix it for that.